Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway to set up the offense at the 38.
But here it is, opening drive of the game. We're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
The offense, excellent field position to start this drive. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Cristiano, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Finds a man to the left, big catch downfield. They bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
First and goal, handoff. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's down at the 3-yard line.
Chris, just really impressed by this defense. They're backed up near their own goal line, really doing a good job of rallying to the football in these last couple plays. Now, let's see what happens here on this 3rd and goal.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, that is just incredibly impressive by this defense. And look at them down there. They're incredibly hyped up, and they should be. That's a great goal line stand, 3rd down, and get able to come.
Oh, it's a sack. The defense rises up with a 4th and goal stop.
Instead of getting points here and going for the field goal, this offense decides to get aggressive, and the offensive line gives up the sack. Looked like they miscommunicated. The defense, to their credit, is able to get after the quarterback, and they come up with not only a stop, but now they get the ball back themselves.
The pass is incomplete. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Trying to find some room. It's Ball. Solid run. Moves the ball out across the 20-21.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Boy, if he just would have been able to catch the ball in this drag route, there's a ton of space ahead of him. It's an unfortunate drop here for the offense.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Here's the snap. Looking to throw. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Drop him back. They're going to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Ball. Passes the 40. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. Good job there finding the back of that angle route. The timing was perfect there.
Yeah, effective third down play to be able to move the chains. I really like the cut there on the route by the running back, getting across the middle of the field. And like you said, the quarterback does a nice job of getting the ball out of his hands quickly to give the back a...
It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Look out, he's in the clear. He finds... Tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Well, that's not 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Makes a quick grab. They get him down pretty quickly, but it's a solid gain on that short throw. And the Tigers come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Tigers! Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Cole.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And the PA team makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Back to pass. It's Lagway. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Contact as he threw it. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
Lets it go quickly. Grab down the middle. It's Sturdivant. They get him down, but a big play moves it to the 45.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
And the Gators will line up on 1st and 10. They keep him off balance with a run. He goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. And he'll be brought down.
Great response by this offense after losing all those yards. Now they got a chance here on 3rd down. You run the football, find a lane, pick up a good chunk, and now they have a chance here on this 3rd and medium.
It's a solid gain to pick up the first down on what will be likely the final play of this first quarter. And through one quarter, it's been a duel of big-time receivers showing out early in this one. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. To throw, it's Lagway. Quick throw to his receiver. Caught over the middle, it's Sturdivant. They bring him down at the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. It's a quick grab. Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Boy, it's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. He's brought down, but good for a first and goal at the 4.
Hey, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
The Gators line it up with first and goal. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
The real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Tough running to avoid a loss. It just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
No gain on second down. Can they punch it in here? Third and goal from the 2. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
A little bit surprised here, Chris. I thought they might put the ball in the air here on third and goal, but instead they run the football, keep it on the ground, and they get the touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And it's good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. The Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? It's an out route. The catch made. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out the space.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
The defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
They bring him down right at the 20. This offense set up now in the red zone.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Going for the touchdown here. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. Grabbed by the receiver. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did and pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
The Tigers looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
This is a great touchdown by the quarterback and receiver, but I just can't help but think this is why defensive coordinators work so hard on the pursuit drill. Better effort from the collective defense might have prevented that from being a touchdown.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Offense will keep it on the ground here. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking downfield. It's Lagway. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Moves out of the pocket. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Grabs behind the line. It's Daniels.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? That's reeled in. It's Ball. The gain is not enough for 1st down, so it brings up a 4th and short. The defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments. Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. It's a shotgun run call. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a 1st down.
That's just mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line does their job, gets a nice surge there, and the back does what he needs to do to pick up the 1st down.
Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Fires it to the wideout. That's the 3rd hit tonight thrown by this QB.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Play action here on first down. Finally decides to take a deep shot down the middle. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Finally tackled out at the 19, and just like that, the offense has moved into the red zone.
Boy, that's got to be a breakdown in coverage or a missed assignment. There's no way that a receiver should be that wide open.
This offense shows its explosive ability. One huge play. Their setup just in tremendous protection. There's bound to be somebody open. Touchdown, Tigers.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Bringing it out, it's Hawkins. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. As the first down is still going. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Gators will kick this deep to begin the second half. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Passing game's been on fire. Let's see if the defense has made some changes to begin to slow it down. Looking deep to the right side. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. The pass rush closing in. That's caught. It's Williams. He's found some room at the 45. He brings him down, but it's a big play all the way to the 43.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert. And you keep working that clock.
And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
We finally see a changeup from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looking to chuck it again. Lets it fly to the wideout. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it. Enough for a first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Dropping back. It's Klubnik. The pocket breaking down. Oh, that one's picked off. Breaks into the open. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
Well, Chris, halftime is about trying to make adjustments off what you learned from the first half. You come out to start the second half thinking about this is how we're going to set the tone, and you throw an interception. It's going to put a lot of pressure on this quarterback the rest of the game.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. A deep shot to the left side. It's caught inside the red zone, still on his feet. They finally bring him down, but he makes it inside the 15-yard line. First down in great scoring position. All of a sudden, that one explosive play has set the offense up inside the red zone. They'll hand it off. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. To the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. He's on 3rd down. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking for 6. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. And the Tigers will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
Look at this, Chris. After that big gain and a first down, they're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this up-tempo offense cranking.
Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
He's got it with room to run. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. First down to the 48. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. To throw, it's Klubnik. Looking deep downfield to the left. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. With sure hands, it's Moore. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. 3rd down play for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw to the left side. Oh, what a grab! Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a 1st down. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to throw it again. Caught quickly. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now.
If you play zone coverage and the quarterback is patient, this is a tough play to defend. Nice job of waiting for the receiver to get into the window and then making an accurate throw.
They convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Did not get there, and now it's going to bring up fourth down and 1.
No gain on the play. Now,
the Tigers will come to the line on fourth down, looking to keep the drive going. Here we go on fourth down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
number 89 set to kick it away.
Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage here. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. The first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Back to throw. It's Lagway. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Sophomore trying to make a play, but put too much on the throw.
Oh, man, I really like the route here by this wide receiver. Does a nice job of separating, creates some space there. The quarterback, unfortunately, just puts that ball too far out in front of him.
Here's the throw deep downfield. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Catch is made down the middle. They finally stop him. It's a huge gain down to the 23. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ball game.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage, because right now it is not working.
Point after, not quite through. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. They finally make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play to wrap up this third quarter. And check out how he's been spreading the football around between his targets, getting everybody involved in this game. And as we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if this game can get a little bit more competitive. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Here comes the handoff. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of ball. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. The defense will wrap him up after about a 6-yard gain. Not enough for the first. It's 4th down.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
He's running out of time here. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. But I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41, and they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision. And the Gators pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game to get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, man, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Been a really productive drive, but the loss there now makes it 2nd and 12. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Snags the quick throw. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone. The Gators come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
But there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Slings right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. So just 1 for 3 in red zone trips so far. They come up on 2nd and goal. And he drops back in the gun. And the sophomore, a little bit too much air under that throw.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. On the move now. He'll step out of bounds. Defense keeps that to a very short gain.
The defense here very much aware of the threat of this quarterback's legs. Even in a condensed space inside the red zone, it's a wonderful job to stop him short of the goal line on that 3rd down play.
Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop.
Well, they just had to go for this, Chris. Pretty obvious. Not much of a choice. Down late in a game like this, you got to be aggressive. You got to take a chance. This was clearly just not their day.
So the drive gets underway, backed up at the 8-yard line. Leaning on the run game here. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Throwing for his running back. Over the middle, it's Randall. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. They knew they're going to need clutch plays like that, Kirk. This is a battle we expected to come down to the final minutes. It looks like the higher-ranked team's going to dodge the upset and move on.
Yeah, good for them to be able to close this game out. They played very, very well and very deserving. For the loser in this game, still an opportunity to learn from your mistakes. Try to get yourself in position to still make a run at the end of the year.
The pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle. Second down after the incompletion. To the air, it's Klubnik. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Hey, I get that passing the football has had a lot to do with you building up this big lead, but at this point in the game, man, take care of your players. Get them out of here healthy, run the football, and get out with a win.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down. Back to throw again. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Could take it all the way. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
That's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Working with the lead, run the football here and work the clock instead. Throws it into coverage. Now they got a chance to get right back in the game.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Hey, where's that been the whole game? That's actually a nice run. It has been a tough day for this offense, but you know what? You love to see the offensive line and the running back still out there competing, trying to show the coaches that they're not worried about the score. They're going to go out and show their competitive spirit, and hopefully that'll help them down the road.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. The pass rush gets home. And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. To the air, it's Lagway. Caught over the middle, it's Sturdivant. They make the tackle what will be the final play of the game as the clock hits 0-0. This was a case of a higher-ranked, respected team that came in here and handled business. Did what we expected them to do, Kirk, but they did it with impressive focus and execution.
Man, you said it. These guys just seem to be on a mission today. They weren't going to let anything get in their way, especially another ranked opponent. This team was motivated from the opening kickoff.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.